Pisces, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. Today, dear Pisceana and Pisceano, I'm going to be doing your mid-monthly reading for January. This is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Pisceana, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge and get some final advice for you. Pisces, just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I did take a day or so just to kind of reset, rejuvenate, recuperate, and I'm back. I know that you're always excited to hear my readings, and I'm grateful eternally for your continuous support. Love you so much. And also, I was helping with one of my very dear Pisceanos friends with their move, so I've been busy with that today. So I'm saying, because dude was moving from a place to place, so I had to help with my tarak. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into your reading and see what's going on. I get so giggly and wobbly in your readings. I'm saying, Pisces, let's see what's going on, honey buns. Okay, so Pisces, your challenge is the King of Swords from now until the end of January. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Cups followed by the Seven of Wands and the King of Wands. Pisces, I do see here, this is about your energy, okay? King of Swords is a very direct, no BS, straight to the point. There is something here you want to address with someone, or there is a face-to-face conversation, maybe even a difficult conversation that you have been looking forward to having. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I'm also getting here with the High Priestess Virgo, could be a fire sign too, or an earth sign. Nonetheless, we're going to clarify this and we're going to see what this conversation is about. In the recent past, you have the Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. So in the recent past, I feel like a lot of you went through some sort of a unexpected and a painful separation here. You see the Tower is collapsing down. The Four of Wands is the relationship, right? Some of you were dealing with possibly a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Something here came to an end, okay? A relationship, marriage, commitment in the past, in the recent past. So something very unexpectedly, okay? There was a lot of happiness. There was a strong sense of relationship here with whoever you were dealing with. Something totally unexpectedly happened. We're going to clarify this. In the present moment, you have the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. So in the present moment, for many of you, you're really pausing and reflecting yourself, and you're asking this question: am I really being equally reciprocated or not? Is the person that I'm with right now, or the person that I separated from, or there were issues whatsoever, if we were ever to be together, am I really feeling confident enough that this person is going to reciprocate the same level of love with me or not? Am I really hoping for something, or do I really know? You seem to be a little bit up in your head, kind of a little stressed out. You're wanting to really make sure if you should really hold on to this person or not. We're going to clarify this and see what is it that you need to know. In the near future, you have the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. In the near future, you need to set some really, really strong boundaries. Very, very strong boundaries with someone very specific here. Okay, I do see here you have kind of anxiety over a connection here with someone. There is something that you're questioning with the High Priestess. That is your intuition speaking up. The person that you have on your mind or you're dealing with, there is something that you can't quite see the future, what's holding for you. There is something about you needing to really set boundaries. You have been hurt a few times already in this connection, and you need to set some really strong boundaries. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There is something here that has happened between you and this person that you've been very, very disappointed. Seven of Wands and the King of Wands. Because of your lack of boundaries, your lack of you seem to care a lot, and maybe you just overextend yourself sometimes too much. You need to set some boundaries, okay, with people or with someone very specific here. We're gonna find out more, and we're gonna see what is it that you need to know. So let's clarify your challenge. Pisceana. So let's clarify the King of Swords and see what is it that you need to know. The King of Swords also is an indicator of you, because King of Swords represents intellect and mind, and you as a water sign, you're deeply moved by your emotions and feelings. But I think from now until the end of January, dear Pisces, there is something here about you prioritizing what you really see logically, what you really understand logically, over what you really felt or feel, okay? Or maybe just create coherence. The King of Swords is clarified by the Four of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So for many of you, this has a lot to do with the commitment and a marriage, okay? If you're not in one already, there is something about healing something, okay? Someone here needs to go through some sort of a healing journey. I feel like a lot of you are aware that in order for you to be with this person and to make it very successful, okay, and to move towards this abundant lifestyle, towards this making it really work for you and this person, you definitely are aware that there is a lot of healing that needs to happen. Currently, you may not really talk to this person also with the Four of Swords. And when the opportunity comes and you have the chance to talk with this person and discuss it with them, you're going to address something very important when it comes to commitment, when it comes to marriage. Someone here in the recent past ended things with you very unexpectedly, maybe out of nowhere, and it really caught you off guard, okay? So you're dealing with the Queen of Wands. Could be someone that has fire in their birth chart, okay? Someone really also kind of maybe kept you at bay. Tell me you're a Leo without actually telling me you're a Leo. When I'm like all over the place, I get to be like so messiana. Hold on. Oh, Pisces, why? Like, why this crazy shit happens in your readings? I don't understand. I understand, don't. You know what I mean? Anyways. So let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Someone who has strong fire in their birth chart. The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. And you have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. You could have also dealt with the Taurus here, I'm getting, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So for many of you in the recent past, I feel like there was a lack of commitment. Someone here started not committing to you. Someone here, there was a disengagement. Someone started disengaging and just kind of stepping away from committing to you. That's what I'm getting. Like, they slowly started stepping away from committing to you. You wanted maybe really profound marriage. Some of you were on the way to marrying this person. You were on the way to committing to them, and that unexpectedly came to an end. Okay, with the Tower here, I'm getting here Three of Swords. I'm getting here, and you truly love this person. Okay, Tower, I'm seeing here like a lot of swords, a lot of thinking, very painful ending. The Tower is clarified by the Strength, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Could have dealt with the Leo here, okay? For many of you, this is someone that might have even tried to keep their options open. I'm getting here that this ending that happened, it really happened out of nowhere. You were maybe even not warned about it. Maybe you were not even told about it. It just happened all of a sudden. And for many of you, you were very disappointed. There is something here about a deep sense of disappointment with what happened. You just feel like with the Seven of Cups, there was a lot of, this person might have also talked to multiple people. Okay, could have been an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Maybe this person was talking to someone else, okay? Cross-watcher, don't take it personal. I already told you in the other sign. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, the cross-watchers are like, what is this saying that I told you, cross-watcher? I told you, if I'm doing a reading and you haven't done this to this sign, to Pisces, don't take it personal. Okay, this is an international reading. This is not a personal reading. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Many of you, maybe there were also cultural differences between you and this person, political differences, religious differences, whatever. There were also multiple people involved in this situation. I do see here in the recent past, this person and you having a conversation about marriage, about commitment. And I'm also getting here that you wanted one thing, this person wanted another thing. The person you dealt with was very analytical, very logical. I do strongly feel like here, dear Pisces, this is someone that really was like calculated, meticulous. Maybe also they were like counting their money. You know what I'm saying? With the Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, they were very much focused on the materialistic or the logical side of the relationship rather than the emotional side. Okay, so you are the Page of Cups. You represent the Cups in tarot, you know, as a water sign, deeply emotionally loving. Okay, now the Seven of Pentacles in the present moment, the Six of Pentacles, excuse me, and the Seven of Pentacles. So a lot of you are really contemplating, is it really worth it to be back with this person or not? Is this something that I should really anticipate? Clarified by the Two of Wands, the Magician, the Chariot. So you have a choice here to make. I do see here, Pisces, many of you manifesting a move or manifesting some sort of a promotion. You could also manifest a new vehicle too. You're definitely setting an intention to move towards a completely different direction. You could be traveling. You could be thinking even relocating somewhere else. For many of you, you're really basically weighing down your options, seeing the pros and cons of a situation here, if this is something that's really worth your energy and your time to invest into or not. I am strongly getting here that there is a history between you and this person, memories made or conversations that has happened. You and this person have conversated together in the past, and you know, you don't want to just abandon something right away, but you're also reassessing the situation, you're reevaluating. So the Seven of Pentacles for you, dear Pisces, in the present moment is clarified by the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. And you have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Respectfully speaking, this could also mean a same-sex situation, doesn't have to. For many of you, I do see here basically an opportunity that you're considering, maybe having a child with this person, or there is something about a motherhood, like something about motherhood. You could have children, or maybe you are a single parent, or vice versa. For a lot of you, there is an important decision. There is a lot of love towards this person. I'm getting here water and earth energy also. There is a lot of love, but also there is another aspect of this connection. Seven of Swords, the Moon, and there is also the Ten of Wands. For many of you, I do see here that, and then there is the juicy ass thick Ace of Wands right here. Who doesn't want a nice Ace of Wands? Who doesn't want to hold a nice, juicy, thick Ace of Wands in their hands? I'm saying. So for many of you, in the present moment, you know that there is something that's hidden. Seven of Swords is the card of like someone kind of maybe tiptoeing, hiding something, or there's just questions that you have. You know what I'm saying? You just are not really so sure. You might also have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders with the Ten of Wands. You're a little bit exhausted. You're kind of really, there's a lot going on. And also there is a lot of eyes on this Ace of Wands. There is a lot of fight going on for this Ace of Wands. There's competition for this Ace of Wands. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, in your case, it could be an Ace of Cups. You know, it's a coded message, or an Ace of Wands. I speak in codes. If you know, you know. So for a lot of you, I do see here an opportunity of resolving something, but also, what is this lies? What is this dishonesty? What do you have in mind that you would ask this person to get a complete picture? Okay, because in the present moment with the Nine of Swords, there is something here that is kind of bothering you, and you have a lot going on in your mind. So the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Nine of Swords again, and the Nine of Wands. So a lot of you are hurt. A lot of you have been through this cycle many times already. Three of Wands is something about like you're thinking about the future. Okay, this is like a futuristic energy in this case also. You're starting to plan about the future. You're really leaning onto ideas, right? Like this person's holding onto the wands. So you're leaning onto some ideas that you may want to execute for the near future. And you're not so sure if you really see this person being part of that destiny, part of that journey or not. Okay, now in the near future, you're going to need to trust your intuition. Something is going to be revealed with the High Priestess. High Priestess talks about intuition. It talks about trusting your gut and a question being answered. The High Priestess is clarified by the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Tower, and you have the Moon. So very interesting combination here. I do see here basically an opportunity to rebuild this relationship. This is someone that you may consider to be a soulmate or a twin flame. And because that's why in the past the tower happened again. And that is something that may happen a lot in relationships of a twin flame connection when there is a lot of on and off and back and forth and contradictions happening also. So a lot of you in the near future are going to see signs, synchronicities, just confirmations for you that this could be the one. But with the tower here, there is a major changes that need to happen. Whether this is about this person's work, this person's behavior, commitment, are they also on the same page? Are they sharing the vision, with you or not? And I think this person is gonna go through an individual tower moment. An individual tower moment means a personal transformation, some sort of an important change of a person's behavior and patterns that actually can lead to something really profound, okay? Because a lot of you in the near future are gonna need to see with the Eight of Swords, is the path clear in front of me to move forward with this person, or is it not, right? What am I looking into? So the Eight of Swords in the near future, dear Pisces, is clarified by the Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups, and the Star at the bottom of the deck. I see here you hoping for this person. I do see here you praying for this person. The Hangman is you, Pisces, in tarot. The Hangman is the card of a Pisces ruled by Neptune. That means that you are someone that you are very unique. You're also kind of a rebellious person. You said you are very creative. You always see things from the upside down, right? You always see things from a different perspective. And the story of a hangman goes back to the times when they hung the hangman because he was going against the current, against the societal norms. Okay, so now for many of you in the near future, you're still holding on to the hope and a wish that even though, it may take a little longer, maybe something here is taking a little bit longer and is delayed, you're still not losing your focus. You're still focused on yourself, but you're not losing hope. And it's like, the star is here, wish upon a star, right? So something here carries the potential of working out for you and this person. And this is also, like I said, you're going to need to set some boundaries. You're going to need to also let this person learn the lesson on their own with the Nine of Wands, 1717 on the timer. So the Nine of Wands is talking about establishing boundaries, clarified by the Justice, the Judgment, and the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. So in the near future, you need to make sure, just like the Justice is holding the scales, right? And the Judgment. This is about a realization that you're having that you need to establish very strong boundaries. It is going to be 11:11 right now. Okay, because I'm recording this at night, 11:11 p.m. That's how much I love my water signs. I'm a servant slay, honey. So you're going to set some really strong boundaries. I do see here in the near future, you also basically making things right. With the Justice, you could be also establishing some sort of a financial equilibrium, allocating certain responsibilities between you and this person, if that comes to that. This person also with the Page of Wands could be someone that's younger than you. Okay, there could be an age difference between you and them as well. This comes down to you realizing that you can't be the caretaker of someone. You can't just sit there and nanny. You know what I'm saying? Everyone needs to take accountability and responsibility for themselves, because what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Cups. So this is you avoiding, making sure that you're not finding yourself being in this place, okay, of being disappointed again in this person. Now let's get the advice, because for many of you, you have been through this rodeo many times. You know what I'm saying? What is the advice for you, dear Pisces? Let's get the advice. Let's see, what is it that you need to know? So Pisces, you have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Judgment, okay? Ten of Cups, yeah. For many of you, this comes down to a relationship. This comes down to marriage, commitment. You already have been through the Three of Swords, like I said earlier, because of the Tower moment when I was, talking about in the beginning. You want to make sure that based on your realization, based on your judgment, right? You judging by these circumstances, by this person's behaviors, by the reality of this situation, knowing that you don't want to you can't just afford falling into a heartbreak again. You just cannot simply afford going through some sort of a painful situation just because you failed or you forgot to set boundaries with someone. We can't always guarantee someone's behaviors, but we can kind of mitigate the plan and kind of prevent, worst case scenario. But let's also switch our mind into best case scenario. What if everything actually works out with this person? What if they actually truly change and they really go through a tower moment and a metamorphosis and internally change certain things in order for them to really understand what do they need to do to be with you? What are the requirements? What are the prerequisites, right? What are they also setting up for? So you are going to be very clear with the King of Swords. That's why it's your challenge. What parameters and dynamics you want to move forward with this person in the near future to avoid a heartbreak. Now, this is what I had for you, dear Pisceana. Thank you so much for being here. Please go ahead and hit that like button to show your support and your care. Comment below, let me know, talk to me, make yourself known, for there will be more competitions coming up. The winner will be announced into the next reading. And the winner is going to be from the 2026 reading that I did. Okay, you'll just look into the comments and you'll know. I love you all so much, and I will see you on the next one. I hope that this reading helped. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.